The biggest cryptocurrency exchange in the world may have a way out of current legal issues in the United States. As of recently, the exchange is losing investors, and its CEO could face criminal charges for violating money laundering laws. Charges against the corporation and some of its officials are being delayed due to a division among Department of Justice prosecutors, though the Binance CEO was interviewed saying there is no amount withdrawals that will put them under pressure.
So many issues about trust and credibility and integrity in this space, and I want to talk about FTX in a moment, but I want to start with what's happening at your own firm, given the outflows this week. I saw that you said on an AMA, this is one of these Ask Me Anything, you said there's no amount of withdrawals that would put us under any pressure, but that, I think, is a very bold statement to be making. How are people and why should people trust that their money is safe at this point?
So I think thanks, Andrew, for having me. And the well-run crypto exchanges should hold user assets one-to-one. So user deposit Bitcoin, we hold it in Bitcoin, we move to a cold wallet, we keep some in the hot wallet. And people, they sell it, now the Bitcoin belongs to somebody else, but we still hold it in the cold storage. People can withdraw 100% of the assets they have on Binance. We will not have an issue in any given day. So 100% of the users withdraw 100% of the assets, we'll be fine. This is very different for traditional financial people to understand because banks run on fractional reserves. And the traditional regulators, many of them may think that it's okay for crypto businesses to be running on fractional reserves. That is not okay. In crypto, there's no central bank printing money to bail out banks when there's a liquidity crunch. So crypto businesses have to hold user assets one-to-one. And that's what we do. It's very simple.
Okay, but let me ask you about that specifically, and I don't want to get too technical, but indulge me for a moment. When you had what seemed to be liquidity issues around customers wanting USDC, it looked, at least from this vantage point, that what was happening here could have been avoided if, and tell me if I'm wrong about this, you allowed customers to deposit and hold USDC instead of what it looked like was that you auto-converted them into your own exchange dollar. Am I wrong?
There's a minor corrections. So number one is we do the auto conversion into BUSD, which is not issued by us, which is not the exchange dollar. It's actually issued by a New York DYF licensed entity, Paxos. So the reserves are in New York. It's a stable coin. The problem we had before is we have many different types of stable coins on Binance. And Bitcoin trades against USDC, Bitcoin trades against BUSD, and the USDT. There's TUSD, there's a bunch of other things. And it's very difficult for users to find the best price. So we said, okay, they're all stable coins and they should convert one-to-one. So let's combine all of them into one so that the users just they want to buy Bitcoin, they go to Bitcoin BUSD and they find it. On the deposit and withdrawal, we do the conversion. We have channels to convert them one-to-one. But the channels we have actually have to go through a bank because to convert from BUSD to USDC, we have to sell BUSD into US dollars, cash in a bank, move it to a different bank account, and then buy USDC at a different institution. So that day, we had more users trying to buy or trying to deposit BUSD and withdrawing USDC. And we ran out of that, and the bank that does the conversion doesn't open until 6 hours later, and that's a bank in New York. So we were actually blocked. This issue was actually caused by a bank. So that's what. And stable coins the only one we convert. Every other asset, people deposit Bitcoin, we hold Bitcoin. People deposit Ethereum, we hold Ethereum.
Right. And you understand why I'm asking that question because it does appear in that instance, at least, that when you said no amount of withdrawals.
During the past year, regulators and lawmakers have increased their scrutiny of digital asset companies as a result of tumbling cryptocurrency values. allegations of market fraud, and a wave of bankruptcies that have brought the emerging sector to public attention. With the shocking collapse of the cryptocurrency exchange FTX in November, pressure appears to only be increasing, with the Securities and Exchange Commission adopting a much more aggressive tone in a number of recent moves. One of the most important players in the market would be able to breathe a sigh of relief if Binance can escape the present investigation with simply a fine, a hit to Binance. By far the largest cryptocurrency trading platform in the world would be a blow to Bitcoin. Optimism on the likelihood of a fine may have contributed to the recent increase in cryptocurrency prices. Prices of digital assets have fallen over the past week as a result of numerous worries about regulatory storm clouds in the United States. Recently, U.S. officials have increased their pressure on cryptocurrencies, with the issuer of Binance's stablecoin being the most recent target. U.S. prosecutors are debating whether to file charges against the Bitcoin exchange and its officials, including CEO Changpeng Zhao, the Western District of Washington U.S. Attorney's Office, the National Cryptocurrency Enforcement Team, and the Money Laundering and Asset Recovery Section, MLRs, are all parties to the investigation, per Justice Department guidelines. The MLR's chief must approve the filing of money laundering charges against a financial institution. The leaders of the other two offices, as well as senior DOJ officials, would likely need to approve any action taken against Binance. The crypto industry is experiencing a very interesting, turbulent. The nascent blockchain-based financial services sector is still speculating about what and who will be collateral victims of the collapse of Bitcoin exchange. FTX and its sister company, BlockFi and Genesis 2 crypto lenders are among the first casualties. Nevertheless, according to industry sources, the list is expected to expand. Regulators are still attempting to put everything together. If Zhao and Binance are judged to be guilty, Binance's dominance in the market may be reduced. Its hold has grown stronger as a result of the most recent failure of competitor exchange FTX. The four sources state that the defense attorneys representing Binance recently met with Justice Department officials at the American law firm Gibson Dunn. One of Binance's arguments is that a criminal trial would completely destroy the cryptocurrency market, which has been in a prolonged downturn. According to the news source, some prosecutors have suggested that more evidence should be reviewed in detail. Potential plea deals are currently being discussed with Binance, according to the news source. An email statement from a Binance representative stated, "As has been well documented, regulators are conducting a thorough investigation of every crypto company." In October, the exchange completed trades totaling nearly $1.6 trillion, or about half of the total trading volume in the cryptocurrency market. According to data website Crypto Compare, that amount eclipsed its previous rival FTX, which processed $230 billion in trades that month. Early in November, FTX collapsed, sparking a surge of public calls for more regulation of the cryptocurrency sector. That's